It's March 31st, 2026, and we are having our first attempt of placing a barn owl box, and lots of questions with this. I've done a lot of research, European instructions, US instructions. I got this on Amazon. This was a kit, took really quick, just putting all the screws together and so forth. This is supposed to be for a barn owl, although I feel it's really small compared to what I've seen locally and talk with other people who have had success. And again, they recommend December placement, all the directions, which way facing in the direction, east, west, north, south, and so forth. What kind of box and so forth. So after the research, I got this, and then I talked to some people. So just to show you the measurements. I was really surprised it's so small for a bird to be sitting in there. Barn owls are tall, lanky birds. I get that, but just looking at the measurements. Okay, the width is about 10 inches. The height is about 14 inches. And the width is only about 8.5, so I'm kind of surprised. However, I put a seal coat waterproofing on this for all types of wood. I did 3 coats, and all the recommendations that I read were do not put it in the inside, obviously. Now, in the inside are little holes for drainage and so forth, rain, and so I'm going to turn this around. It's pre-drilled holes. So we're going to place this in a almost 100-year-old black oak tree in the back. I'll show you a picture of it at about 20 feet. And like I said, they recommend December. Today's the last day of March. It's going to be April 1st tomorrow. Oh, April 1st. So it's a little late. So we'll see what happens. It's very secluded back there. However, they're building a lot of homes, so that could be an issue too. But the tree is really private. You really never know an owl would be back there because they're so quiet. They do come around at night. I see them, and and so forth. So we'll turn this around just to show you the back. Okay, and everything's tightened up, ready to go. It's just really small, in my opinion. One of the things that is always a concern, and I've talked to people who have or had boxes and were successful out here in Southern California, is an empty box attracts bees. Now, bees are my friend out here. There's a winery nearby, so someday I might have a beehive. But anyway, so they're pollinating my fruit trees and so forth and flowers, so they're always welcome here. Although worldwide there's a decline of bees for a lot of different reasons. So the issue is what happens if this becomes a beehive. It really can't, but it could attract bees, and the owl's not going to get near it if it's full of bees. So I'll have to kind of keep an eye on it, and just hope that maybe some owls will pass by and like it. So again, this was about $20-something, about $23 I think, on Amazon, and made in China, of course. And this is pine, so I really had hoped that I can find a better wood. Even like an oak would be great, but if it lasts one season, that's great. If it lasts 2, that's great too. I can kind of keep an eye on it. So we're gonna get this ready to go. We're probably gonna put in 2.5 to 3-inch screws, one right here and one right through the box in the middle to keep it nice and stable. We're going to face it in a northeastern direction. Okay, kind of keep it out of the north winds and we get heavy rains and so forth, but a little bit more east. That's the preference that I read for barn owls. And again, this is agricultural land back here, and we'll just pan out and see if we can show you the tree in a minute here. So if anybody has any suggestions, I'm going to try it even though it might be too small. I do have an acquaintance who has eggs in his plastic owl box. All right, and he's more urban. I mean, he is urban in the city, and he took his camera, and there's eggs in there. And by now, they're probably hatchlings, owlets, I guess you call them. So this would be great if it attracts them. I have a real problem with gophers here. I probably have hundreds, and you can't really use poison because I've got horses and working dogs and other animals here, and I feed the wildlife to the wild birds. So I won't do that. So hopefully the owl will help. Barn cats, yeah, that was an option, but it's really not because my dogs are not good with cats, and I don't want any issue with many cats injured or worse, on my property. So we'll give it a try. We'll hope we get this thing hung up today. I don't enjoy climbing ladders anymore, especially at that height. But we're going to show you in the separate film the actual mounting, the tree, and the very hope that this will be successful, and we'll have a family in here and a free home, and hopefully this will work. If not, maybe something else will nest in there. I don't know. Years ago I found this huge, it must have been a raptor because they're messy nest builders, all of them. It was a mess. It was huge, but whatever it was, they didn't come back, to nest in that same nest and that I discovered years ago in the same tree. So we're going to pan out to that tree, and we'll go back there later and look at it. So yeah, so we're certainly open to suggestions on this. And again, this is Southern California, so we're trying to attract a barn owl, and it's just an inexpensive box, and it's kind of fun putting it together too, and then the coats of the protectant, obviously, especially when you have pine. So we're going to go over here and slowly and show you the tree from a distance. So this is a tree where I noticed a raptor nest quite a few years ago when I moved here. So let's see if we can get this up a little bit out of the blossoms here. And so we're just going to move it up. So that tree right there is estimated to be about 100 years. I tried to do some research, and I believe this is a black oak. Anyway, it's a massive tree, and it's actually it's like split into two different huge trunks. So we'll I'm gonna put that box up there, and there's one of my working breeds. Oh boy, sorry about that, folks. I didn't realize we're going to have drilling in the background. So anyway, I got some lawn work being prepared. All right, so hope to see you soon.